then the flag was given by Allah to a sword of His swords. Look at someone who was a fierce enemy of Islam. Do you know Khalid Ibn al-Walid? Everyone knows Khalid Ibn al-Walid. He's the sword of Allah Azza wa Jal. He was the main reason after or behind the battle of Uhud and the people who died in it, because he strategically came behind the mountain, and you know what he had done. He accepted Islam on the 8th year of Hijrah. And on the same year, the Prophet ﷺ sent a small expedition, a small army of 3,000. And he appointed 3 strong and good companions to lead them. And he made ﷺ the first thing that we call in HR, human resources, we call it succession planning. The Prophet did that. A lot of companies don't have this. So he said, Ja'far ibn Abi Talib is to head the army. If anything happens to him, then Zayd ibn Thabit. If anything happens to him, then Abdullah ibn Rawaha. And when the army went to meet the Byzantine army, which was 200,000, 3,000 meeting 200,000, subhanallah. So they went and fought. The first leader died, the second leader, the third leader died. The Muslims did not know what to do. So they said, choose one of you. And who was there? There was Khalid. So they selected Khalid to lead them, who just embraced Islam a few months ago. Yani if you tell him recite Fatiha, maybe not. But he did not have knowledge. Khalid ibn al-Walid, at the end of his life, may Allah be pleased with him, used to hold the Quran dearly to his heart and say, Wallahi, nothing took me away from you except jihad. Meaning that I could not read you and learn you and devote my time to you, so, though I love you, except because I was engaged in jihad, and this was in the cause of Allah Azza wa Jal. So he came, he made certain changes in the army, very strategic. At night time, he shifted the right wing to the left, and the left to the wing, and the middle to the rear, and the rear to the middle, so that when it was morning time, the enemy army saw this and said, oh, they have reinforcement. These are new faces, new flags. These are not the one we were fighting with yesterday who gave us hell. So these reinforcements, they're going to give us more hell. And he ordered them before Fajr to say Allahu Akbar and make noise and make dust as if their army is coming. Once the enemy army saw this, they retreated. 200,000 retreated, chickens. They were afraid. So they went back, and Allah Azza wa Jal saved the whole army by one man, Khalid ibn al-Walid. The Prophet was on the pulpit and the minbar when this was happening, so about 800 kilometers away. And he said, by revelation, the enemy of Allah Azza wa Jal attacked the Muslim army. Ja'far ibn Abi Talib died, Zayd ibn Haritha died, and Abdullah ibn Rawaha died. And then he paused, and the Muslims were terrified. What is happening to our brothers and colleagues and friends and companions? Then he said, then the flag was given by Allah to a sword of His swords. And Allah Azza wa Jal made them victorious. So one man can make a difference. Not only that, we're before iftar. I'm not going to give you something technical. Let's go into storytelling. Question. Have you ever heard of the name of Noaim ibn Mas'ud? Raise your hand, please. One. I'm going to ask you, huh? We have presents? We had presents from KOC. Huh? Atif Bhai, do we have the presents from OOC? KOC? Yesterday they brought us 4 or 5 boxes so we can...
We'll give them free iftar.
Oh, okay, khalas. طيب. Noaim ibn Mas'ud, who is he? Yes?
He was a Jew during the Battle of Khandaq. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, actually he played the vital role
Okay.
to make the rift.
Okay. Yes, Akhi. Okay, huh?
He was replaying the vital role by becoming vote for the Ghatafan tribe.
Yes, good. Okay. The brother said it almost correctly, but he said he was a Jew. He wasn't a Jew.
Sorry, he was Ghatafan.
He's from Ghatafan.
And third leader of Ghatafan.
So it was on the 5th year of Hijrah, after Bani al-Nudayr. They did what they did. So their leader went to Bani Qurayza, the Jew tribe, and said, what are you doing? You have to collaborate with the idol worshippers so we can attack Muhammad. And he refused, and he kept insisting until he accepted. So what happened was the tribe of Ghatafan with the idol worshippers in Quraysh, the Mushrikeen, and the fortresses of the tribe of Bani Qurayza collaborated and surrounded Medina. 10,000 men, armed, fully equipped, against 3,000 Muslims in Medina for a whole month. Not one day, not 1 week, one whole month surrounding them, and only skirmishes were there. Not real fighting because they had dug this trench. Noaim was a man, a playboy. He was a mushrik. And where would he spend his red nights? In Bani Qurayza. There the Jews, the Jew women and the Jew wine. He would go there, spend money, spend good time, enjoy himself and go back. So Allah willed it that he, on the last period of this month, embraced Islam. So he came to the Prophet ﷺ at night and he said, Prophet of Allah, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. O Prophet of Allah, instruct me, order me, I will do whatever you say. So the Prophet ﷺ, with all positivity that we lack, we're negative. If someone comes to you and say this, what will you say? What will you do? I shall go. Do you have €1,000,000? Do you have guns? Do you have, you don't have, there's no point of you being with us. The Prophet said, ﷺ, you are a single man. And war is deceit. Khud'ah. Yani you are entitled in war to camouflage, to lie, so that you would fool the enemy. But you're not allowed to break any promises or any pledges. This is totally prohibited. But lying, yes, it is halal. Imagine me in the radio saying, Abu Uthman, we are going east inshallah, and I know that the enemy army is listening. And they will wait for us in the east. So you have to, and you're entitled to do this. So the Prophet told him, try to turn them away from us. Noaim ibn Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, went to the Jews. And they received him and they hosted him, said, yes, do you want the usual? And he said, no, not tonight. Today I come to you with an advice. Do you know that I love you? Of course, we've been so many years together. We have so many memories together. So he said, okay, I am afraid for you. Because the mushriks from Quraysh and the people from Ghatafan, they have their children, their wealth and their women in their homes. So whenever they feel tired, they will leave and go back to their homes. While you, on the other hand, will be stranded here fighting Muhammad on your own. And you will lose your wealth, your children, your wives. And I am afraid that it will come a time that they will leave you. So I advise you that take guarantees from them. These people can change their mind anytime. So I advise you to ask them for 70 of their dignitaries. As guests, you host them, you give them wine, you give them pleasure, you give them whatever, just as a guarantee. And they said to him, Wallah, you are giving us a very sound idea. So, ma'as-salama, ma'as-salama. He went to Quraysh. And he said to the dignitaries of Quraysh, do you think that I would betray you? He said, no, you are a good friend and a good ally. We've known you so many years. He said, I heard something that disturbed me. While I was moving, I heard that the Jews felt afraid after 1 month of Siege of Medina, and they sent to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, telling him that, listen, we will collaborate with you against the people of Quraysh and the people of Ghatafan. How about if we give you 70 of their dignitaries where you can execute them, and we will fight with you against them? So the Prophet said yes. Noaim is making up the story because he sought permission to lie. And I'm giving you a friendly warning. If they ask you for this, don't accept, because this is what they are going to do. Go to them and tell them, come and fight today. And he went to his tribe, Ghatafan, and there are his people, and he said exactly the same thing. So the following morning, it was a Saturday, the army, the enemy army, went to Bani Qurayza and said, come, let's go and fight. We've been staying here for 1 month. It's consuming our resources and finance. Come and fight with us. The Jews said, today is the Sabbath. We don't work in the Sabbath. And even if it wasn't the Sabbath, we would like to have 70 of your dignitaries coming and being hosted by us, so that would be a guarantee for us that nothing wrong would happen. The mushriks and the Ghatafan tribe said, this is what Noaim said to us. They are trying to make a trap for us. They said, no, you have to come and fight with us now without giving you any of our men. The Jews said, this is exactly what Noaim said. They said, no, we're not going to fight with you. So they went back to their tribes. And the Jews were left behind alone. And you know the hadith, no one should pray Asr except in Bani Qurayza, and how the Prophet ﷺ executed all of their men due to the treason they caused and the breach of the covenant they had with the Prophet ﷺ. This is the handicraft, this is the work of how many men? One single man who made the difference, who made the whole Islamic Ummah survive a brutal attack which would have taken place, it would have annihilated Islam and the Muslims.